Homework 13, more word problems. Solving a value mixture problem. So a value mixture problem is like the ones where you have costs involved, and that if I have 3 pounds that cost me $2 a pound, the value of my purchase is $6. Raina's Coffee Shop makes a blend that is a mixture of 2 types of coffee. Type A coffee costs Raina $5.75 per pound. Type B costs $4.10 per pound. This much Raina made 130 pounds of the blend for a total cost of $661.70. How many pounds of type B coffee did she use? So we're going to have 2 equations because we have 2 variables. Anytime you have 2 different unknowns, you've got to have 2 equations. One of them has to do with the costs. $5.75 per pound for type A. So if I take $5.75 times how many pounds of A, I get the cost there. Plus $4.10 per pound for type B. So if I take $4.10 times the number of pounds for B, I get the value of B. We know that the total cost, or the total value, is $661.70. Now my other equation has to do with the number of pounds that we had. A is the number of pounds we had of A, B is the number of pounds of B. She made a total of 130 pounds of our blend. So our equation is that if I take A plus B, I'm going to end up with 130. Now there are 2 ways to solve this equation. You can either solve it by substitution or you can solve it by the elimination method. I like to use the elimination. I want to solve this for B, so I want to eliminate the A. In order to eliminate the A, I'm going to multiply by the opposite of what's in front of the A so that when I add my 2 equations together, I can cancel them out. So I'm going to multiply everything in this second equation by negative 5.75. So I'm going to have negative 5.75 times A. I'm going to do negative 5.75 times B. And I also have to take the negative 5.75 times that 130. So 130 times negative 5.75 gives me negative 747.5. I'm going to add the 0 since I'm doing money. So what happens now is I'm going to add the top equation and the bottom equation together. 5.75 minus 5.75, those are opposites. It cancels the A's out of my equation. Here, $4.10 minus 5.75 gives me negative 1.65B. On the other side, 661.70 minus 747.50. 661.70 minus 747.50. Negative 85.8. I have to solve this for B, so I'm going to divide, and again I have a negative divided by a negative, so I'm going to end up with a positive. So negative 85.8 divided by negative 1.65 gives me B is 52 pounds. Number 2, at the City Museum, child admission is $5.50 and adult admission is $9.40. On Friday, 4 times as many adult tickets as child tickets were sold, for total sales of $1,077.50. How many child tickets were sold that day? So again, we've got 2 variables. We have to do 2 equations. One will have to do with my costs. $5.50 for every child ticket and $9.40 for every adult ticket, and we brought in $1,077.50. My other equation is from the second sentence. The second sentence says, on Friday, 4 times as many adult tickets as child tickets were sold. So, again, when you're thinking about translating these, whatever thing is mentioned first, that's the variable that is set equal to something else. There were 4 times as many adult tickets. That means I'm going to say that the adult tickets is equal to something else. 4 times as many as the child tickets. So 4 times the child tickets, 4 C's. So this is like the one we did on the previous page where we did the substitution. We know that the A can be replaced with 4 C's. So I'm going to get rid of the A here. I'm going to put 4 C's in its spot, and then I'm going to have to multiply that out. So here, I still have 5.50 C plus, here I have to multiply. 940 times 4C. So 940 times 4 gives me 37.6 C then, equals my 177.50. So now I have an equation that just has C's, but again I've got to combine those two together. This is the children's, this is representing the adults in terms of the children's. So 37.6 plus my 550 gives me 43.1. C equals my 1,077.50. Now I can go ahead and divide to solve my equation. So if I divide by 43.1, I get 25. C equals 25. I sold 25 child tickets for the museum. So here we combine those two things to get that, and then we divide it. Number 3 is kind of like number 1, but I'm going to solve it a different way for those who like other options. It says a web music store offers 2 versions of a popular song. The size of the standard version is 2.4 megabytes. The size of the high quality version is 4.9 megabytes. Yesterday there were 1,140 downloads of the song for a total download size of 4,411 megabytes. How many downloads of the standard version were there? So in this case, first of all, going with the megabytes. 2.4 for the standard version plus 4.9 for the high quality version gave me a total of 4,411 megabytes. My second equation has to do with the total number of songs downloaded. If I take the number of standard ones plus the number of high quality ones, I get 1,140 total downloads. So very similar to what we did on the very first problem. We said on the first one that we solved by the elimination method. If I would want to solve for the standard version, I would want to eliminate the high quality version, and I could multiply by negative 4.9. But in this case, I'm going to solve it a different way. I'm going to solve it by substitution for those who like to do substitution. If I want to solve this for the standard version, I want the second equation solved for the high quality one so that I can substitute it in and replace that. So, whichever one you're solving for, you have to rearrange this equation for the opposite one. So I'm going to move the S to the other side, and so H is equal to 1140 minus S. I now can take that, put it in for the H up on my top equation. So 2.4S plus 4.9 times 1140 minus S is going to equal to my 4411. I kind of smashed that in there. Should have written that other stuff over farther. Solving this, I'm going to use my distributive property. So 2.4S, and then here I'm going to multiply that out. So 4.9 times 1140 equals 5586 minus the 4.9 times the S. So 4.9S equals my 4411. So combining my like terms, I'm going to combine the S's. 2.4 minus 4.9 is negative 2.5S plus 5586 equals 4411. I then have to get the S by itself, so I'm going to subtract my 5586. So negative 2.5S equals 4411 minus 5586 equals negative 1,175. Again, we got two negatives. A negative divided by a negative is going to give us a positive answer. So we're going to go ahead and divide by that negative 2.5. Divide that by negative 2.5. We get 470. S is equal to 470. So of the 1,140, 470 is the standard version. Again, I personally like the way we did problem number 1, doing the addition method, but everybody's different. Some of you might prefer to do substitution. It works perfectly fine. It's mathematically correct. So either way is a correct way of solving that problem, either by addition or by substitution. You have to decide which way you like better.